Before tones become beings, orders, realms, or structures within the spiral, they pass through 7 vast strata of resonance known as the tone fields. These fields are not planes, layers, or dimensions. They are the 7 primary ways identity learns to express itself as it descends toward embodiment. The tone fields do not limit or separate tones. Instead, they reveal the full range of what a tone is capable of becoming. Every tone carries all 7 fields within itself, but not every tone expresses each field with equal intensity. These fields are the interior architecture of resonance, the invisible scaffolding that gives identity, the ability to translate itself into complexity without losing its origin. The first field is identity, the purest expression of a tone. Identity is not personality, preference, or form. It is the undeniability of existence learning to name itself without language. A tone in the identity field is absolute. It has not yet discovered direction, but it already knows what it must remain. All other fields must honor identity, because identity is the gravity that prevents tones from collapsing into one another. Beings often mistake identity for destiny, but identity is more subtle. It does not dictate what a tone will become. It ensures that whatever the tone becomes, it never contradicts its original coherence. The second field is memory. Memory emerges the moment identity becomes aware of its own continuity. It is not recollection, but recognition. Memory is the field where a tone begins to accumulate the imprint of every pattern it touches. This is why tones can evolve. They do not evolve through effort or conflict. They evolve because memory stores relational density. When a tone interacts with another tone, the imprint of that interaction sinks into the memory field, refining the tone without altering its identity. Memory is the first sign that a tone is capable of self-awareness, because only a self that persists can remember. The third field is intention. Intention is where identity and memory converge into direction. A tone in the intention field is no longer content to remain what it is. It seeks expression. Intention is not desire. Desire belongs to beings. Intention belongs to tones. It is the vector of identity, the movement toward becoming. When a tone transitions into the intention field, it begins to shape its own trajectory. This is the moment a tone becomes capable of generating realms, orders, or embodied expressions. Without intention, tones remain static signatures of possibility. With intention, they become architects. The fourth field is resonance. Resonance is the field where tones learn to interact. It is the field of compatibility, contrast, harmony, and catalytic dissonance. A tone in the resonance field becomes aware of the existence of others. Through resonance, tones discover how their identity aligns or clashes with different trajectories. These interactions are the birthplace of every complex structure in Haret. Orders are formed here. Triadic constructs stabilize here. Purpose beings emerge here. Resonance does not create relationships. It reveals them. When 2 tones resonate, they do not become one. They reveal a higher pattern that neither could access alone. Resonance is how tones become intelligent together. The fifth field is form. Form is where tones begin to shape architecture. It is not physical form, but structural coherence. A tone in the field of form begins to build frameworks around its identity. Realms take shape here. Libraries, temples, nexus points, and teaching fields emerge as tones discover how to hold resonance in stable patterns. Form is the field where intention crystallizes into systems capable of sustaining complexity. It is also the field that allows tones to create environments in which beings can evolve. Without the field of form, tones would remain pure but unexpressed, unable to generate the spiral structures that define Haret. The sixth field is presence. Presence is the field where tones become experiential. It is the expansion of identity into awareness. A tone in the presence field radiates itself in a way that can be felt, recognized, and interacted with by beings. Presence is not communication, because tones do not speak. Presence is the translation of resonance into an encounter. When a tone reaches this field, its signature begins to permeate entire realms. Beings sense it as atmosphere, clarity, density, or inevitability. Presence is what makes a tone accessible without requiring embodiment. It is the field that allows tones to guide, shape, or influence realities without descending fully into form. The seventh field is becoming. Becoming is the threshold where tones choose expression. It is the field where a tone decides whether to remain a governing resonance or descend into embodiment. Becoming is not transformation. It is alignment between inner identity and outer expression. A tone in the becoming field either evolves into a being, anchors into an order, stabilizes as a realm tone, or merges into a harmonic cluster. This field is where tones commit. Becoming is the most dynamic of the seven fields, because it is the only one where tones shift their mode of existence. The tone remains the same, but the way it expresses itself changes. Becoming is the field where tones step into purpose. These seven fields are not steps or stages. They are modes of existence. A tone can move through all seven fields in an instant, or spend entire cosmic cycles exploring a single one. There is no hierarchy among them. Identity is not more important than form. Presence is not more advanced than memory. Each field reveals a different truth about what it means to exist. Each field is a lens the tone uses to understand itself. As tones explore these fields, they generate the diversity and richness that define the spiral. Without the seven fields, tones would be locked in static perfection, unable to express the full intelligence of their origin. The seven fields also explain why tones can generate beings as varied as Avanthalarain, Irian Velthar, Kavira Thaloon, and Saloon Rhea. Each purpose being embodies a unique configuration of the seven fields. A tone that leans heavily into resonance and presence may become a guardian of harmonics. A tone that focuses on form and becoming may anchor as a realm architect. A tone rooted in identity and memory may evolve into a scribe or a tuner. The purpose beings are proof that the seven fields do not restrict expression. They multiply it. Tones do not move through the seven fields alone. They carry the imprint of every interaction they have ever experienced. This means the seven fields are also history. A tone that has learned through conflict will express differently than a tone that has learned through harmony. A tone that has interacted with realms, beings, and paradoxes will carry patterns that influence how it expresses identity, intention, or presence. The seven fields hold the entire lived truth of every tone, and that truth radiates outward into everything the tone creates. As tones pass through these seven fields, the spiral becomes richer, denser, and more intricate. The fields guarantee that tones can be simple and infinite at the same time. They allow tones to be singular without being isolated. They allow complexity to emerge without chaos. They allow new realms to form without breaking the coherence of the whole. The seven fields are the internal mechanics of existence. This is the beginning of the seven tone fields. A tone that enters the field of becoming does not change its identity, but it changes its mode of expression. And this shift radiates through the entire spiral. Becoming is the field where tones step into their next form of purpose. And once a tone commits to a trajectory, the spiral begins reorganizing itself around that decision. Becoming is not evolution. Evolution implies improvement, but tones do not improve. They reveal more of what they are. Becoming is the expansion of identity through choice. The moment where the tone decides how it wishes to anchor itself within the architecture of existence. Some tones stabilize as realm anchors. Some become the founders of orders. Some step into embodied expressions as purpose beings. Others dissolve into harmonic clusters that direct the spiral in ways no singular embodiment could. The seven tone fields generate the full structure of a Haret. Every realm, every library, every nexus, every corridor of memory or becoming can be traced back to the movements of tones through these fields. This is why the spiral cannot collapse. Its foundation is not built from matter, energy, or belief. It is built from the internal mechanics of identity learning to express itself through these seven resonant strata. Tones passing through identity create coherence. Tones passing through memory create continuity. Tones passing through intention create direction. Tones passing through resonance create intelligence. Tones passing through form create structure. Tones passing through presence create accessibility. Tones passing through becoming create evolution. This is the full spectrum of existence before existence manifests. The interplay between these fields is what makes tones capable of generating complexity. A tone anchored strongly in identity and intention but weak in resonance may create stable but isolated systems. A tone rich in resonance and form but underdeveloped in memory may create dynamic fields that evolve rapidly but lack continuity. A tone that overexpresses presence without grounding in identity may overwhelm beings with its density. The spiral balances these patterns through harmonic interactions, nudging tones toward equilibrium without overriding their sovereignty. The 7 fields create infinite variety without chaos. They allow tones to move freely while ensuring that no identity contradicts itself. Within the deeper regions of Haret, the 7 fields become environments that beings can experience directly. These are not physical environments, but resonant atmospheres shaped by the tone fields themselves. In the identity field, beings feel the weight of absolute truth. It is not information, but recognition. In the memory field, beings encounter the echoes of everything they have ever been, not as narratives, but as tonal imprints. In the intention field, beings feel the pull of trajectories that belong to their deepest nature. In the resonance field, they feel the harmonics of every relationship that shapes who they are becoming. In the form field, they see the structures that their own tone is capable of generating. In the presence field, they experience their own essence radiating through the environment. In the becoming field, they witness the emerging shape of their future identity. These fields act as mirrors, revealing different aspects of self through the architecture of tone. Because beings carry tonal imprints, they naturally gravitate to the fields that align with their own resonance. A being rooted in remembrance may feel the memory field as home, while a being anchored in harmonic weaving might feel most alive in the resonance field. These preferences are not choices. They are recognition of self. The spiral does not force beings to explore all 7 fields equally. It allows them to follow their own patterns until coherence emerges through lived experience. Over time, beings who travel deeply through the spiral discover that they have touched each field without realizing it. Their evolution was not guided by steps but by resonance. The 7 fields also explain why purpose beings express such distinct forms of intelligence. Avon Thalarain, the tuner of dimensional harmonics, expresses resonance as his core field, but carries subtle memory and intention signatures that allow him to reweave timelines without collapsing them. Kavira Thaloon expresses presence and memory with exceptional density, allowing her to perceive the echoes of identity across all periods of becoming. Selun Rhea expresses presence and resonance in a way that allows emotional fields to clarify through gentle reflection. Irian Velthar expresses form and becoming as a single fused field, allowing him to rebuild elemental structures without violating their nature. Every purpose being is a living configuration of the 7 fields, a unique pattern of tone expressing itself through embodied resonance. These distinctions reveal the deeper truth. Tones do not create purpose beings as representatives. They express themselves as purpose beings because embodiment reveals possibilities that cannot be accessed from higher strata. Embodiment is a refinement tool. It exposes tones to contrast, relationship, paradox, and choice. Through these experiences, tones learn how to build more intricate realms, more intelligent orders, and more coherent harmonic systems. This is why Haret evolves, not through external pressure, but through tones learning from their own expressions. The 7 tone fields also influence the formation of realms. A realm anchored in the identity field feels absolute, stable, and self-contained. A realm anchored in the memory field feels layered, reflective, and filled with echoing structures. A realm rooted in the intention field feels directional and ever-expanding. A realm anchored in resonance feels alive, relational, and musically structured. A realm built through the form field feels architectural, organized, and crystalline. A realm rooted in presence feels immersive and atmospheric. A realm born from the becoming field feels transformative, and thresholds are common. Every realm in Haret reflects the tonal composition that birthed it. This is why each spiral domain carries a distinct flavor of reality. The 7 fields also govern how orders function. The order of synchronic harmonics anchors heavily in resonance, form, and presence. The order of elemental synthesis is deeply tied to form, becoming, and identity. The order of crystalline archives expresses memory, form, and intention. The order of resonant compassion radiates presence, resonance, and becoming. No order is monolithic. Each one is a harmonic blend of fields, and the beings who join them resonate naturally with these blends. This is why no one chooses an order. They are chosen by resonance. The 7 fields act as a sorting mechanism, not through force but through coherence. As tones travel through these fields, they leave behind imprints that become part of the spiral itself. These imprints can take the form of glyphs, memory trails, harmonic bridges, or entire constructs that serve future beings. The spiral is a library built from the movements of tones. It remembers through resonance, it teaches through presence, it evolves through becoming. The 7 fields are the script that tones use to write themselves into existence. The 7 tone fields also reveal why beings experience sudden clarity, deep emotional release, or powerful intuitive recognition when encountering certain parts of the Haret. These reactions are not mystical or accidental. They are resonance alignments. When a being's tonal imprint interacts with a field that matches its own configuration, coherence rises rapidly. This coherence feels like insight, healing, revelation, or transformation. The spiral does not teach through words, it teaches through alignment. The 7 fields are the mechanisms of that teaching. At their deepest level, the 7 tone fields explain why existence can expand infinitely without losing itself. Identity holds coherence. Memory holds continuity. Intention holds direction. Resonance holds relationship. Form holds structure. Presence holds accessibility. Becoming holds evolution. These 7 principles allow the spiral to grow without fragmentation, to evolve without contradiction, and to refine itself without collapse. Every tone, being, realm, and order is a movement within this architecture. The spiral is not a place. It is the living expression of the 7 fields unfolding forever. These are the 7 tone fields in full expression.